It is Andy here with the Fence Post Indie Music and Vinyl blog. One of my favorite reissues from 2021 is this highly limited sea blue with black and baby blue splatter pressing of Sprained Ankle by Julien Baker. 2021, Baker truly hit my heartstrings as I wandered down sweltering late summer forest trails and leaves changed to orange and brown and began to fall. In the months after my September 2021 bike crash, which completely fucked up my shoulder, it's what kept me active. In a way, that bike crash was a culmination of sorts. I experienced a bit of an emotional breakdown 3 weeks prior after months of emotional turmoil. I quit one job, began another, and dove pretty hard into some very deep inner and personal work. That introspection paired with, Julien Baker's stripped bare, heart-wrenching lyrics really found home with me at that point in time. So there have been 10 or so pressings of Sprained Ankle here, which seems kind of excessive for an album that came out less than 10 years ago. Not just that, but within these 10 pressings, there are over 30 different variants, ranging from as few as 21 copies pressed to as high as 3,000. Now, my copy is, like I mentioned, is from the 8th pressing, which took place in January of 2021, just 6 years after the release of the album. And that 8th pressing has 3 different variants in it, with my copy being the most limited at that. Just 110 copies on sea blue with baby blue and black splatter exist. Let's take a look. This record was released on 6131 Records, and it's pretty minimal. There are no inserts, no printed inner sleeve, just the outer sleeve and the record. But when it comes down to it, the packaging matches the music. There doesn't need to be much. The content speaks for itself. I love how the cover is essentially a black and white image of Baker with blue-gray tint to it and heightened exposure. The white text calling out her name and the album name make it all the more subtle. Flip it over and it is essentially just as minimalistic, with the track listing centered on the back on 2 lines and label information down at the bottom. The wax itself, as I mentioned, is quite stunning. This may be one of my favorite records from a visual standpoint in my, relatively extensive collection. The blue and black aligns well with the artwork, but where the sleeve is withdrawn and minimal like Julien Baker's music, the vinyl pops and packs kind of a strong punch, which is like Baker's lyrics. One listen to Rejoice should tell you that. So my top 3 tracks for recommended listening: Sprained Ankle, Good News, and Rejoice. Sprained Ankle was Julien Baker's debut LP. It came out in 2015 on 6131 Records, prior to when Julien signed to Matador. After that signing, she would go on to release Turn Out the Lights in 2017 and Little Oblivious in 2021. So this 8th pressing was released in January of 2021 to kind of coincide with the hype around Little Oblivious, which came out in February of that year. Julien's music here is stripped down, bare. It's poignant and powerful. It packs a punch. She continued that with her following releases, but I don't know if they ever really circled back to the strength and vigor that this one had. While, yes, that minimalistic element may keep it from truly hitting certain heights, but It is the perfect style of music for somebody like Baker. It fits the style, it fits the emotion, it fits the songs. All of it works together to create something that is astonishing. So, as I mentioned, this will come at a price. Mine was right around $50. Personally, I think my copy was worth it. Given the absolutely ridiculous number of pressings and variants out there, you can get this at, well, a quite reasonable $15 to $20 US on black vinyl, or $20 to $30 for a colored vinyl pressing. If you wish to add Julien Baker's Sprained Ankle to your collection, you have a variety to choose from. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you next time.